Francine, preparations continue all across South Louisiana this afternoon.
News 2's Alexis Marigny and Brie Andras are in Labadieville now. Alexis, Brie, good afternoon. We see that you've changed location, so how are conditions looking right now?
Hey there, Brandy and JP. Yeah, we are in Labadieville. A very nice family allowed us to hunker down the storm at their home. We're currently under a pavilion right now, but the storm is starting to pick up since we have gotten here. Winds are getting a lot tougher. The rain right now, like 5 minutes ago, it was a lot heavier. Right now, it's starting to lighten up a little bit, but it was a lot heavier right before we came on the air, I promise. But the storm is getting more intense by the minute. I'm glad we got here in a safe place when we did. We talked to some officials. It's a serious storm. We need to take this seriously, not just treat it like it's just a normal afternoon shower. It is a serious storm, so we are safe. We're in a safe place, and the storm behind us, I wish we could show you how intense it was about 5 minutes ago, because it's just started to lighten up, but we expect it to get a lot more intense as the day goes on.
That's absolutely right, Brie. We were watching as sugarcane was, it's going, you can kind of see it in the background there, but it has gotten really intense. Waves of rain. That's what we keep hearing Josh in our ear tell us. There are waves of rain coming through, and it seems like every 5 minutes there's just a huge, it really just pushes you with rain. We're underneath a carport, but there's some rain getting on us. And it's really intense to watch, but of course the worst of it is not here yet, so stay safe. Just because you see rain outside doesn't mean it's over yet, Brie.
Yes, absolutely. The hurricane, if I'm correct, hasn't even truly made landfall in our area yet. I had to kind of explain that to some loved ones, that the hurricane's not even here yet. This is just the prequel to what's to come later on. This is gonna be a while before we get any relief later tonight. But if you see behind me, talking about that sugar cane here, the more mature sugar cane that's about ready to be harvested this fall is kind of all over the place. That's a result of the wind and the storm. But the sugar cane in between the, I don't know what you call them, the aisles of each line of sugarcane has flooded with water. So things are starting to pick up. I'm expecting it to get worse as the storm gets closer and actually makes landfall here. We are further south in Labadieville and Assumption Parish than we were earlier in Napoleonville, and things are going to be more intense on this side, but this parish is not new to this kind of storm. Before Hurricane Ida really impacted them a couple years ago, so this is nothing new. So people are really prepared. The very nice lady that opened her home to us said that she's been through enough hurricanes. She's going to prepare as soon as hurricane season starts on June 1st, and she's been ready for this storm for weeks now. So it's good to always be prepared, Lexi.
Brie, I was going to say the same thing, but we keep saying the word prepared over and over. It's Wednesday,
right,
and I think I've done two preparedness stories for the past 2 days. And I think it's important to note that here in Labadieville, just 7 months ago, a tornado touched down here just a couple blocks away from where we are now and wiped out one of their volunteer fire departments. It wasn't a huge tornado. It didn't hit a very large area when I covered it then, but those folks are still recovering. So there are people blocks away from where we are now who are they still have holes in their roofs. There are still, things in their backyard that they're being picked up from 7 months ago, which really isn't that long ago. So if there's people, I'm sure, across our viewing area who are dealing with similar things from past storms. So, just keeping them in mind during this time. Absolutely. Is going to be really important because some people have not recovered from those previous storms. So we don't know what level it's going to be at. We don't know what we standing here in Labadieville is going to be like just yet, but you can only imagine that it's going to get worse before it gets better, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Like I said earlier, it'll be a little while before we get some relief, but we're hoping that this storm doesn't have the physical impacts that previous storms have had in this area before. We hope it kind of just flies over really fast and gets its way out of here, so it's not a lot of damage. But of course, it is a hurricane. You have to expect that. You have to expect the worst, but hope for the best, and that's going to be the situation here. We are very grateful to the family that let us kind of stay here to ride out the storm with them. They've been very welcoming, but right now in Labadieville, things are starting to calm down a little bit, but we expect things to get worse before they get better. But for now, here in Labadieville, Brie Andras, Alexis Marigny, back to you.